Hi there. So I'm under the weather today and ended up going home somewhere around 3 and have a gnarly fever right now. Um, so I thought it was a good moment to tell you what happens when you get sick and you have diabetes. Alright, so basically when you get sick, the body's own immune system sends out infection-fighting hormones, and these hormones are meant to help, and they do, but they also trigger a blood glucose rise. So I don't fully understand this, but the science behind it, but basically it can cause your blood sugar levels to rise because of the hormone that your body is producing. I have a hunch it has something to do with the liver. Anyway, some people have actually been able to diagnose that something's wrong with them before it really fully manifests because their numbers are just kind of higher than they normally are. And part of what's going on is bacteria and viruses love sugar. So they thrive off of it. They grow and multiply because of the stuff. That's their food. So when your blood sugar rises and you're basically a field day for them because the amount of glucose in your entire body actually rises. We test blood sugar, but blood sugar is also an indicator of intracellular tissue levels of glucose and everything else. So basically you become a breeding ground for infection. And because of this, it then makes it much harder for your body to fight off these guys. So that's what they're working on right now in me. And you have to be really diligent when this happens because you want your numbers as close to normal as possible to avoid being a breeding ground for viruses and bacteria. And you also have to be diligent because a lot of medicine out there doesn't have a carb count on it, but certain things will, believe it or not, have sugars in them and will raise your blood sugar levels. It's crazy. And all in all, you're basically spending all your sick time trying to avoid ketoacidosis, which is something I haven't talked about really yet. But like I've talked about hypoglycemia, which is what happens when you go low and is pretty miserable and can have some pretty intense effects really fast. Ketoacidosis is basically the opposite. That's where your blood sugar rises out of control, and it's so high that it basically raises the level of acidity in your body. And when your body becomes that acidic, certain normal functions and organs find it a lot more difficult to work and might not work. So you want to avoid going high when you're sick because ketoacidosis is no fun. And don't worry, I'm nowhere near there. I'm actually pretty well balanced right now. So you use your meter and your insulin to keep everything within the normal range as best as you can, and rest and try to eat well and get through it like everyone else does. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now. Cheers.